Enough of classical rendition Sonic the Hedgehog. This is CDL time. I'm Maut. Thanks for joining me tonight here on Neo Dota. Hopefully you're enjoying your evening. Hopefully everything's going well for you. Once again, this is the Collegiate Dota 2 League, and it's going to be MIT versus McGill University in a best-of-1 series. It is, in fact, East. Let me tell them that it is. That is the server, so hopefully they can deal with that. MIT is on East. I believe McGill is also on East, so I don't know what the problem would be. But it's been a while since I've casted. I appreciate you joining me here tonight. I really look forward to bringing you some excellent action in the near future. I've got a lot of games to cast this weekend. I got a lot of schedule, and that's usually how it is for me, honestly, especially here on Neo Dota. We've got CDL all weekend long, actually only on Saturday. 2 best-of-3s for winter brackets. I have UPenn versus UToronto at about 2 p.m. Eastern. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll have another game between University of Texas Austin against Sacramento. So stick around on Saturday. You'll see a lot of games here, and I hope you enjoy it. Sunday, we have SEX, the SCCS, the Sunday Evening Cup Series, or SEX as it's better known as. And it's a lot of fun. That's 18.2, Season 18.2. Week number 2, of course. Anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to get into the pick band phase real quick. We're going to get Pat Ryder picked up for the MIT Engineers. The bands coming out are Bounty Hunter and the Templar Assassin on the side of McGill, Magnus and the Darkseer on the side of MIT. So standard stuff there. Jakira will be picked up. How about Undying? No, it's going to be Sven, unsurprisingly. He's a hero that, well, in recent times, I mean, you guys have all seen it, DreamHack, what have you. Actually getting a DC real quick from Marco, so hopefully he gets back right into the game. But for the meantime, he's the drafter, I think. Is he? No, he's not the drafter, is he? I don't know. We'll find out in a second. I think blue drafts. I believe blue drafts. So, once again, thank you for joining me. I am Maut. You can see my name up here at MautDota2. You can follow me on Twitter and twitch.tv/MautDota2. That's M-A-U-T, Dota2. Getting into the reserve time here, Batrider's already been picked up here on the side of MIT. They have 2 more picks. Batrider could be sent to the offlane. He can jungle, he can mid. It's a very versatile hero here. That's really a lot of fun to watch, honestly. And Firefly just does so much damage with that sticky napalm, right-click damage as well, of course. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this game going on. So, it'll be an Enigma pickup here on the side of MIT. Nice stuff there. And followed by a Rubik shortly thereafter. Nice stuff. So, with this lineup, it gives them a versatile... Really, just Enigma can be put anywhere. You can be put in the jungle, put in the offlane. Rubik as well can be put mid, can be played as a support. We'll have to see what the dealio is with that. I do want to see what they do pick up for the side of McGill. Not a lot of reserve time being picked up, but that's fine. Everything's going well for you. So, 8 seconds left here on the regular time, 1:30 on reserve. So you've got Jakira, you've got Sven. They pick up Tidehunter. It looks like they can either send this Tidehunter into the offlane or they can put him part of that tri-lane, and that can be a very dangerous tri-lane. Of course, Sven getting the early kills on with the Stormbolt. That's very strong stun for a setup stun with Jakira's Ice Path, and then, of course, the slow with Tidehunter with Gush, making it a little bit easier for them to get that kill. However, Tidehunter has been seeing a lot of offlane play recently. He wants to get to level 6 as quickly as possible. Doesn't really need a whole lot of farm. Of course, his Blink Dagger would be nice to get, as well as Arcane Boots, but a little bit more luxury for him than necessity. Somebody like Sven, of course, needs that farm. Jakira obviously doesn't. Enigma will need... Boots, probably, and he's got one of 3 choices, whether it is a mech, whether it is a Blink, or a BKB. Those are generally your 3 choices you go as an Enigma. Rubik, I can imagine being played as that support role. They're not going to probably get anything for him. Batrider could also use a Blink as well early on with a Force Staff, getting him that mobility. Bans will be coming out here from the side of both teams. We're going to get Faces Void from McGill first, followed by MIT's Keeper of the Light ban out. Not really surprised there. Void, one of the only counters to Sven, but that being said, Nyx is also a good counter, and of course, it really depends on if Sven can get that farm. That's really what you want to see is, all right, well, you know, you've got the Sven, and he's great, and he's a good hero, but if you can get that farm, you can get that quick Daedalus, you can get the BKB, you can get the, say, a Mask of Madness if you want, or even an AC or what have you. There's a whole lot of stuff you can get for him, but you really need to get at least a few items up on him before you do decide to say, hey, we're kind of just unkillable right now. His Warcry, of course, still very strong, giving him that plus armor. I imagine that he's not going to go cleave early on unless he does pick up one of those early Mask of Madnesses, but I don't think that'll be the case. And we're going to see a Chaos Knight pickup here as well as a ban. Chaos Knight ban as well as a Queen of Pain ban here. So that will be very important to see. There looks like they're banning out the mid-heroes on the side of MIT, of course, Queen of Pain. That ban out, you can see McGill does have a slot available for a mid-hero. Not sure who they'll pick up, and Queen of Pain is gone. Can see maybe a dual lane with Sven and Jakiro in the mid lane. I've seen that happen before, but don't expect it to happen. Of course, Templar Assassin's gone. Magnus is sent mid sometimes. So I don't know who they're going to put opposite that Batrider if Batrider does in fact go mid. Puck a ban out again from MIT. And we're going to see a Nake's ban there from McGill. So as I was talking about earlier, they ban out 3 carries that could, can contest with Sven and his farm, but they're actually going to MIT will pick up an anti-mage. So a hero that used to be considered one of the hardest farmers and carries in the game, not so much now. He's a little bit of a nerf. I mean, you can see his cast animations nerfed just a little bit. Not a whole lot of play. I mean, he still played pretty consistently. Not like he wasn't nerfed into the ground like Morphling, and Morphling doesn't see any play anymore. But Anti-Mage, still a very strong, viable pickup. It's just something we don't see too often. The thing I don't like about when I see Anti-Mage games is that they're often really just sort of farm fests, and you kind of wait. You can't really fight with him. It's just like this Void. Void, though, has that ability with that Chronosphere that does make for interesting team fights if you decide to go for them in the mid game. You don't necessarily need to do a lot of damage. You just have to have your team in position and ready to go. But we'll have to see what is going to happen here. Will they pick up a mid-hero from McGill Dota, though, is the question. I'm not really sure. I mean, they need one, but they can honestly send somebody with a dual lane mid, or, I've seen Tidehunters mid before. It's odd, but it does happen. Who is available for mid? Is the question, really. Brew, I guess, but you already have Sven and Tidehunter. There's 2 strength heroes. Of course, Sven, a very strong melee carry, and you really don't need Brewmaster, I don't think. Who else is available? Nyx Assassin, perhaps? That would be an odd pickup, something you don't see too often, but very cool if it did happen. I'm drawing a blank for whatever reason. I just cannot think for the life of me what is a good mid-hero right now. It'll come to me eventually, whatever, it's fine. Regardless, they do have 24 seconds. It will be a Lena pickup. I believe this is actually going to be part of a tri-lane. Looks like they will send that Tidehunter off lane, so it'll be Jakiro, Sven, and Lena, I believe. Sven very strong with Lena because a lot like Leshrac, if you hit that Stormbolt, that Light Strike array is easy to hit. I mean, it's almost guaranteed, essentially, just because you got a targeted stun, which, by the way, is AoE, which is great. And you have another, not necessarily targeted stun, that's also an area of effect stun if you can hit it. A little bit more of a skill shot, if you will. I mean, it's not that hard, but still, Lena, very strong. We used to see a ton of Leshrac play, but with this change to Edict, a lot of people are not really enjoying that, so they pick up the Lena instead. Of course, Laguna Blade being a little bit stronger as well. So Lena seeing a little bit more competitive play, which is always nice to see. See that giant nuke to the face of everyone. It's really cool to see. One more pickup for both teams, 46 seconds on the reserve time for the side of MIT, 24 on the side of McGill. So MIT right now, they could just use another support, really, or an offlaner or what have you. Windrunner will be the pickup here. They've got a lot of room to really maneuver around here, and they've got a bunch of choices that they can make here. A bunch of choices. You send Windrunner to the offlane. You give Enigma that jungle, you give Rubik and Anti-Mage the dual lane, and then you give Batrider the mid lane. Or you send, let's say, Enigma to the off lane, you send Rubik middle, you send Windrunner and Anti-Mage into the dual lane, and you send Batrider to the jungle. You can really do a lot with this lineup, which is what I like about it, first and foremost from MIT. So you can really you're not expecting a whole lot, because you can't really say, well, if this person's going there, you can make an educated guess as to what they're going to do. What I don't like about this lineup is you see agility, okay? There's no strength, there's no tankiness there, okay? And McGill will finally pick up Nyx Assassin, so something that I said was strange, they're actually going to go ahead and pick up here. And we're going to get into the game in just one moment. Once again, thanks for joining me here on the CDL. This is a lower bracket match, it's only the best one, so if you're expecting more after this, I apologize, don't stick around. If you'd like, you can follow me on my Twitch channel. I'm going to try to be streaming a lot more matchmaking games, which is twitch.tv/MautDota2. If you're following me in chat, you can see that I've posted a bunch of messages, which will give you an indication as to where my channel is. Also, follow me on Twitter if you're so kind to do so, if you have Twitter, and I know not many people actually use it. Genie is going to reconnect real quick, and then we'll get right back into that game, so hold tight. In the meantime, I'm going to do some introductions here. For the side of MIT, we're going to see Marco will be on the Windrunner. Dirty Jenkins on the Anti-Mage. Most Rainbow Dinosaur Fruit will be on the Bat Rider. I'm just going to call him Bat Rider. I mean, all names are frustrating to deal with sometimes. But then again, as a caster, we just sort of have to grin and bear it. So I really shouldn't be complaining. Lodge T will be on the Rubik's Executioner, which I really love that name, by the way. Will be on the Enigma, and that's the side of MIT. Remember, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. On the side of McGill will be Two-Face on the Jakiro. Frolex on the Lena. Piggy Chops will be on the Tidehunter. Follow Me Around will be on the Sven, no thank you. And then Genie will be on that Nyx Assassin. So hold tight, we'll get back into this game in one moment. And you think about that tri-lane, and Sven, I mean, just so strong early on in the game, and so strong into the late game as well. It's going to be a tough time for MIT. Of course, the last game I did watch them, they did sort of, it was between Stevens Institute of Technology and MIT had a pretty easy time of it. It was a relatively easy game, so hopefully we get a little bit more contestation from both teams here. Once again, looking at the tri-lanes right now, it looks like we're actually having trouble reconnecting, and that's not good. We might have to go for a remake. We do have all pick available, so we can remake. A remake is possible. I apologize for all of these stupid issues that we have here, but things tend to go awry with the new patch coming out. I mean, it came out. I was playing Dota before I left to go to work, and looks like we will go for a remake. So I will get that lobby up real quick, and it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be AP this time around. Oh, did I leave the? Yep. All right. Should be up. All right. Yeah, they're joining here. I apologize. You see my nice little 292 wins up in the top right corner. It's not too many, but someday I'll have like 1,000 wins. Once again, thank you for joining. I'm going to not be as loud as usual. I actually have, I think, a little bit of pneumonia or bronchitis or something. Some sort of chronic chest inflammation. And you say, well, Travis, you know, or Maut, probably shouldn't go swimming in a chlorinated pool area if you have some sort of lung issues, because that's probably not going to help you. And I'll say, that's the only way I really work out, so yeah, that sucks. Swimmers are sort of a glutton for punishment. I doubt there are any swimmers in chat, but if there are, you know what I'm talking about. We will get into the game. I will start it right off. It is AP. Here we go. It is East, as you saw. All right, we should be good this time around. Hopefully they remember their picks, because I sure as hell don't. I really do not. It's tough. No, I'm just kidding. Getting into the game once again. McGill versus MIT, best of one, lower bracket for the Collegiate Dota League. If you would be so kind, we have a website, collegiatedotaleague.com. They like to post a lot of stuff there. Check it out. The brackets are also there, which is very important if you're trying to follow this. I always really enjoy collegiate sports because there's something about just two universities or two schools going at it, which really, you know, school pride has always been a big thing, I think, for a lot of, you know, people that play games, especially sports, esports even, you could say. So gonna jump right back in the game here. Looks like all the picks are finished right now for the side of MIT and McGill. Once again, I am Maut, M-A-U-T. You can follow me at MautDota2. There's this little this thing is up here for a reason. If you have Twitter, you should be already doing this. Like I shouldn't even have to tell you, but why is this? It's taking very long. We'll get into the game. Getting the picks going right now. Once again, on this side of McGill, we will have Two-Face on the Jakiro with that nice little gracious Greeble. Frolex will be on the Lena. Genie will be on the Nyx Assassin. Follow Me Around will be on the Sven. Piggy Chops will be on the Tidehunter. On the side of MIT, Most Rainbow Dinosaur Fruit will be on the Bat Rider. We will see Sexecutioner on the Enigma. Heading top right now, we're going to see Dirty Jenkins on the Anti-Mage and Lodge T on the Rubik. And heading bottom, we're actually going to see Marco on the Windrunner. Not sure why they're heading top. I think they might think they're against the aggressive tri-lane down bottom. I think they're probably going to be right in that regard. So they will go top right now as to avoid it and go against the solo laner, which at this point will be the Tidehunter. So Follow Me Around will actually head down to the bottom lane. Mid lane will be Genie on that Nyx Assassin. follow me around is actually going through mid right now. He's just going to head a little shortcut there in the jungle. So Executioner going for a ward right now. He's actually got a lot of clarities. He's got a lot of tanks. He's got a lot of iron branches as well.
30
nice starting items there, of course,
battle.
going for the Eidolons first. We'll have to see how that works out for him. Marco, though, will be in the solo. Looks like the easy lane. Mid, though, Bat Rider. This is going to be a tough win, I think, for Genie. Genie will be able to do nice. He's got a magic stick, which is very important once you are going up against the side of a Bat Rider. That's a very important thing to have. It gives you that charges very quickly when you get that stick in napalm, something that we see most mids do. I don't only cast MIT games, or Duke Life.
The battle begins.
I cast a lot more. It just so happens the last 2 games happen to have MIT in it because that's the only thing I've casted, really. Get off my case, man! So we're going to get this game started here real quick. Observer wards up for both teams in the Radiant side jungle. Not surprisingly. A lot of vision. I love this ward, by the way. This is one of my favorite wards to see in a game. I just think it provides so much vision. It provides so much utility. So you can see here, you can see here, you can see over here. But you can't really see the Roshan pit, which is kind of important. So we will see this aggressive tri-lane right now, but it's only going to be against Marco in this easy lane. Of course, we'll actually see Piggy Chops. I'm just going to call him Piggy. It's going to be difficult to say all 3 Piggies at once, but he's going to have a little bit of a tough time, of course. And they're not really pressuring him as much as they probably can. Of course, nothing has been skilled yet for the Rubik. I imagine we'll see Fade Bolt in just a minute. Down here, though, we can expect some early blood if they do decide. I mean, honestly, they have to kill this Windrunner for this to work. I mean, of course, Sven getting farm is also very important. He's got 2 last hits right now. Of course, the anti-mage with 4 already, though. So, unfortunately, they really need to be aggressive here on Marco. They need to go. They need to even, like, dive towers. Whatever they can do to get kills. I mean, level 2 already, you want to harass this Windrunner out of lane as much as possible. And with these spells, you should be able to get a kill pretty quickly. So, we'll have to see what happens. Executioner, though, don't ever count them out with this black hole, which will be available at level 6. So, mid lane, we're going to see some last standings going the way of the Bat Rider right now. 2 only going the side of Genie. Of course, this is going to be difficult once you really get that Firefly harass going in the second napalm as well. I'll get a flame break point, I'm sure, eventually. Piggy taking some damage up here. He's going to need some tangos. He'll be fine, though. Not a whole lot of aggression coming out, but like I said, actually follow me around, taking a bit of damage from the power shot. So Marco playing this pretty well. He's got 6 tangos and 4 GG branches, so he's doing pretty well for himself early on, and that's going to be pretty important. So, Executioner, of course, in that jungle with 8 last hits, he's going to be going for that Soul Ring recipe. Standard stuff there, not surprising. Genie actually going to go for a Impale. He's actually going to miss if he was aiming for Most Rainbow. He's actually not going to get any kills there, and Genie's taking a lot of damage. 4 napalm stacks right now, and Most Rainbow can almost afford to dive this right now if he wants to. There's the magic stick charge. Nice stun and tower range, though. He's going to push him back, and actually, he's in a bit of trouble himself. He's going to pop a bottle charge, and it's going to get immediately stopped from the creeps here. So, very good play from Genie right there, using his magic stick charge, and then, of course, that's then Spike Carapace. Really nice to, if he's in tower range, just say, hey, just slow your roll for a second, all right? Relax, Bat Rider. Mixed Assassin. Marco looks like he might get caught out here. Two-Face and Frolix trying to zone, not doing the most effective job. He's actually gotten no last hits right now, but that's not, that's not surprising. The fact that he's getting levels is good enough, I think, for him. Follow me around right now at 12 last hits, so he has Eclipse. Actually, he's tied with the anti-mage currently. Important stuff there. He's going to be able to get last hits pretty easily with this Quelling Blade. An item that a lot of people seem to like to pick up. His last hitting isn't the best without it, but I don't think it's really 100% necessary. Of course, I certainly wouldn't be able to do it without a Quelling Blade, so he might get it. Power Shot will fly out. Still no last hits for him just yet, but 3-14 in the game, pretty even early on. And of course, the question is who outfarms who at this point in time. Anti-Mage, of course,
Thou art denied.
Old faithful in terms of carries in the game. And then Sven, the new arrival on the scene. We've seen so much play with him at DreamHack and everything like that. So, once again, I really appreciate you guys joining us. This is only a best of 1. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me around looking for more last hits. He actually misses that one, but I'm not going to be overly critical. He's got 17 last hits at 3 minutes and 45 seconds of the game, so he's doing pretty well for himself. Genie doing okay. 9 last hits against 11 right now. Actually looking for a kill here on Most Rainbow. He's going to try to Firefly away. There's going to be a Spike Carapace. Nice job there, but it's not going to be able to get the kill just barely. Genie didn't have enough mana. He's actually going to get stunned here from Executioner rotating in. He's looking for a kill right now, but Executioner has nothing else to follow up with, and Genie should be able to get back just fine. Oh, but that was a close call for Most Rainbow. Almost first blood going to the side of the next assassin, and that doesn't happen too often. There's going to be a Spike Carapace. No damage coming in, though, so he'll be just fine. He's going to pop some bottle charges. He's going to try to get out. This Executioner is coming back right now. Illusions will pop. They want to try to dive this just for a second, but Genie looks like he's okay. 4 sticky napalm charges, but he'll be fine. He's got 4 stacks on that magic stick, that means, so and be careful of that. And Genie taking a lot of damage. Most Rainbow looking for a kill. 6 napalm charges right now. He's actually going to maybe dive his tower just a little bit, but he realizes that's too much. And he's going to back off. That tower doing so much damage early on. Meanwhile, Marco down here in the bottom lane, just barely escaping with his life somehow. No mana. Looks like Frolex and Two-Face and Follow Me Around looked for a kill. They couldn't find it. 1,400 gold on this Fen. I want to see what his first item will be. We'll have to find out in just a moment here. For the Anti-Mage, though, he's actually got Ring of Health up on him, so it looks like it will be a pretty early Battle Fury. Last hit's going about 25 at 509, so on pace for about 50 last hits in 10 minutes, which is really where you want to be in any game. Most people say that that's really the point. 50 last hits in 10 minutes is what you want. Obviously, pro players try to get a bit more. 60 is really their goal, I think, more or less, especially somebody like Sylar or Burning or whoever, you know, Chinese players, of course, so much better at it than most Westerners.
Tower is under attack.
But right now, Dirty Jenkins is not doing a bad job right now. 26 last hits, 29 for the Enigma, of course, in that jungle is doing a pretty easy job with it. He's got his Soul Ring right now. He went mid, actually, and had a little detour and didn't get the kill, but still, that didn't really stop his farm too much. Bottom lane, actually, we see another. They're trying to stop this pull, and the fact that they can even get this pull off is surprising enough. This is going to give Marco some room to farm, and this is sort of an interesting play. The fact that he can do this in this lane is pretty impressive. They did ward this up at the beginning, and so it wasn't a stat camp, but it just gives a little bit, you know, a little bit of time for Marco, and he'll be able to just sit by this tower, and they won't be able to dive it probably, of course. And we will have to see. Level 6 for the Bat Rider. He actually didn't get his lasso at level 6. Well, actually, he has it now. I thought he just misskilled. I apologize for saying that. Nyx Assassin getting his Vendetta, so he might look to roam as well. He doesn't have his boots yet, but he's already actually pretty quick without them. So heading down here, looking for that DD rune. It's going to be picked up by Most Rainbow, and now Genie's in some trouble. He might actually have to pop that Vendetta just to survive. But it looks like Bat Rider will not follow up, even though he does have that double damage. He probably could have gotten that kill with the lasso as well, but I think he knew that Vendetta would have been popped as soon as that happened. But, you know, that's alright. 643, and man, this has been a passive game. No kills. Like, this is Farm Town. This is Farm City, essentially. Farmville, if you will. God, man, that's what it is.
Off with you.
Jesus. What is it, 11 o'clock at night? Don't judge me. Follow Me Around does go for his treasure right now. 500 gold in the bank. DD rune active. Looking for a gank top. This might be first blood. It should be. I mean, you look how low he is. There's going to be the lasso, and it's going to do some damage to him. And he will, in fact, go down. And Dirty Jenkins getting the first blood. That is very important. That's a lot of gold in the bank. Already, he can buy his broadsword or a few more hundred. He can buy a claymore. That's important stuff. So, MIT getting the first blood for the Anti-Mage. Exactly what you want. On top of that, the DD rune is popped, and they can do a little bit of damage here. Really, the thing is, these guys aren't doing much. Frolex and Two-Face have not rotated. They haven't got the kill. Marco is playing extraordinarily carefully, and that's fine. He's in the off lane. Meanwhile, actually seeing a TP into the mid lane right now. Genie's in some trouble. His Vendetta is available. There's the black hole right now. They want this kill. Will they be able to get it is the question. There's the Firefly. Genie's going to try to Vendetta out. In fact, he does do so. He's going to survive for the moment. He should be fine, so not a whole lot of damage coming in from Most Rainbow, and a black hole used essentially for nothing there. Nice play. Of course, that Vendetta is on cooldown for a minute, but that's really not that long, honestly. And he's actually going to pick up a regen rune, so he's pretty good for himself right now. And bottom lane. Marco's still here. He's still leeching that experience. He's only level 5 right now. I mean, he hasn't been able to leech all of the experience, but he's got more than Sven does, and that's a big deal. The fact that they haven't shut Marco down and killed him at all is a big deal. 8:26 into the game. I usually check my graphs at 8 minutes, so we're going to take a look here. 1,500 going for experience right now in the favor of the Radiant. About 1,500 gold, too, so they've gotten a nice little advantage, of course. With this Ravage, never count out the team fight, though, of McGill. Of course, they've got that Sven. They've got plenty of initiation. They've got plenty of damage. Got a little bit of team fight as well if you can get the Stormhammer on a few heroes. Ice Path and Macropyre as well, of course. That's Macropyre is going to be a little late. It's level 4 right now, so level 6 is the goal, I'm assuming, for the Jakiro. There's going to be the Claymore. Anti-Mage just needs that Perseverance to finish up with that Void Stone, of course, the Broadsword as well, so he's not too far away. He's got Boots and a Poor Man's Shield as well, so 47 last hits at about 9 minutes of the game. He looks like he will be at 50 at 10, so very good farm for him. We're going to see Vendetta rotation, and though this might stop his farm a little bit, but he does have that blink. They're going to want to go. Ravage is popped. They want to go on Logic first. It looks like there's the initiation. Dirty Jenkins will actually just blink out right now. Instead of going for the anti-mage, they say, let's take the kill that we know we can get. And they even up the score 1-1. So Genie getting a kill with that Vendetta. Ravage was popped for it, actually. So getting the sure kill. Nice job there. And in the bottom lane, Chainmail is picked up for the Windrunner. Looks like it'll be a mech for her or him. Consider Marco to be a guy, which I imagine he is. Most Dota players are. This Executioner, you might get initiated on my friend, and he doesn't see it coming. It looks like, and he is just dead. I don't know what he was thinking there. Might have just been AFK farming and he didn't see it coming. He didn't even try to run, which was surprising to me. TP will come bottom though, and Most Rainbow looking to get a kill here. In fact, trying to get a kill and follow me around will do so. Will he get another is the question. But nice Ice Path is actually going to come out from Two-Face, saving the lives of both him and Frolex for sure could have been in trouble there. But they do get the kill on Sven, of course, though. 1-for-1 trade, but taking out the Enigma for Sven, I'd take the Sven kill any day of the week. DD Rune is picked up here from the Nyx Assassin. They did ping it out. They did have vision of it with this Observer Ward. He's going to Vendetta up. They're going to stay near this tower. If they go out of tower range, they are going to die, essentially. So they have to stay where they can get vision here. Marco's even going a little too far away. Genie actually might find him out here if he keeps going, and it looks like he is. Genie staying out of true set range is actually going to initiate. He's going to die this. Not the best place for you to be. You have no follow-up here right now, Genie. He should be okay, though, if his team does come in and rotate. Looks like they will try to fight this. Nice shackle shot, though, from Marco. Nice Trick Array will miss, as well as the Ice Path. So MIT's going to get away. Genie will as well, but he wanted a lot more for that, unfortunately. He's not going to get it. Top lane, Piggy's doing pretty well for himself. 16 last hits. He's got more than the other offlaner. 8 for the Windrunner, of course. Boots and a salve, plus the Stout Shield for him as well. He's got 1 point in that Kraken Shield. That damage threshold. It's pretty nice to have, of course. Genie rotating back mid, almost level 9. Level 2 Vendetta. I'm sure he wants a Dagon as well, but he doesn't have a whole lot of farm. He is getting something coming. He's going to be Phase Boots, not going to go Arcanes, which we usually see with Nyx Assassin because, of course, he does have that mana trouble. Marco getting pushed out and zoned out of the lane. This tower's taking a bit of damage. There is a glyph available, but will they use it is the question. They do want to push this tower. Warcry actually might get popped here. It's actually on level 1. Did he go 3 into stun and then one into stats? Maybe. I mean, that might have happened. That's surprising considering how good Warcry is. Meanwhile, mid lane, that right actually going to get a kill with the Enigma on the Nyx Assassin. A big deal there. Of course, Lasso was used. Earn finished up for the Bat Rider. He's got 500 gold in the bank as well. Looking for probably treads next. So tower for a Nyx Assassin, essentially. Not a bad trade. Want that tower, of course. Losing that kill, not really what you wanted. Wish this game would pick up just a little bit more, but I'm sure with these guys getting level 6, we're going to see a little bit more initiation happen soon. We're going to see a little bit more fights. Of course, that tower being taken is the first signal of that. Dirty Jenkins still farming. He's very, very close to that Battle Fury, and then that farm is going to get ridiculous. He'll just blink in that jungle for the rest of eternity and essentially win the game that way. Sven's farm is not bad, though. He's got 61 last hits. So this could be a very interesting late game. He actually goes for that early Mask of Madness. What we usually see with an early Mask of Madness is getting cleave early on so that you can just, even though you're going to push lanes, you're going to be able to get last hits in the jungle a little bit easier with that cleave. We're actually going to dive this, it looks like, but now they're going to back off. Genie actually going to tank the wave for a moment. He needs to be careful, though, if there is a TP rotation from the side of MIT, they can be in some trouble here. Most Rainbow will get initiated on.
Radiant's middle tower
Genie's got 4 stacks, though. He does need to be careful. There's a Stormhammer. They do ping on him. They want more. Ice Path barely, like, it's not even close, actually. Follow me around. Might be in some trouble right now. They might want to go for a kill here. Is there a black hole? Yes, there is. Nice and Pale will save their life, but follow me around. In fact, will go down with the Fade Bolt. Anti-Mage finishing that battle through. You can see it there. They're going to keep going. Two-Face is in some trouble. Warcry is popped, though, but something was popped. I thought it was Warcry. Might have been stolen. It was, in fact, stolen from the Rubik. Two-Face will go down right now, and MIT looking to keep this pressure on. Genie going to Vendetta away. There's no vision here. They do have Dust of Appearance, but they don't think they knew that he popped it. So Genie should be able to get away fine. He's actually in tower range now, but he's okay. And then a smoke to save Frolex, but I think he was trying to get for Genie, but Genie's okay right now. And Pale onto the Bat Rider right now, and the Mana Burn. Not enough for Lasso. There's the Laguna Blade as well, but not going to get the kill. Just barely missing the Dragon Slave. I don't think that would have been enough anyway, so just not enough from the side of McGill, and they're down 5-2 right now. And even though the Sven had some nice farm, he did go down in that fight. And looking at the graphs real quick, 4,000 in experience, almost 2,000, 3,000 in gold even for the side of MIT. So asserting their dominance right now. They've got 82 last hits on Dirty Jenkins, and once he gets his treads, once he gets his made items, this is going to be a scary, scary thing to deal with. don't think anybody likes playing against an anti-mage who's got farm. Something about 3 a.m. or whatever, blah blah blah, Reddit, haha. I shouldn't backtalk Reddit, I just got a player. And right now, actually going to see initiation. Genie using that Vendetta, or not. Using something to get the kill with on the side of the Windrunner. So it looks like the Windrunner was pretty low. In fact, Genie doesn't have enough mana. If he did, he could actually Vendetta out of there, but he's okay. Observer Ward on the dire side on that cliff there. That's going to give them that nice vision. Middle lane going to get pressured a little bit. Executioner popping up his Eidolon. So a good kill there for Genie, but they need a little bit more than that. They need to give some room for Sven, and he is getting some. He does have the mask, of course. Did buy something. It is flying out to him right now. It's going to be an Ogre Club, so it will be the start of a BKB. And that's going to be really nice to have in a fight, but of course not when that black hole is popped on top of him. It looks like it will be a BKB for the Enigma as well, so realizing that, hey, I don't want to get ravaged or whatever, you know, I don't want to get stunned in the middle of this black hole, I should probably get something for that. He will, in fact, pick up the BKB, so that's going to provide him with some room if he can get it in time. Who will get it first is the question, and meanwhile, I'm not even thinking about this guy who's just farming away, 89 last hits right now. Actually, not too far behind is that Sven. Of course, with Sven's cleave, you can farm, but Anti-Mage finishing his battle early, Battle Fury early, is good. It's a good sign for them. 1 point into cleave is finished up for Sven, so he does have that 25% cleave damage. Mid lane is getting pressured as well. There's a glyph as well. Will they defend it? Looks like they will fortify it, but no TP rotations. They're walking there right now, as you can see. Most Rainbow does have his lasso, but might be a little too late. Genie and Two-Face need to be careful. Piggy as well. He's got his Ravage, I'm sure. There's a Firefly. They're coming in. They want to try to stop this. They want to try to deny this tower. Will it happen? Nice. Impaled to stop Batrider from trying to deny the tower. And they will get the tower kill on the side of McGill, and that's going to be another nice pickup. So that's 2 tower kills for 0 right now, but they cannot gank Anti-Mage right now, and that's really what they want. He's got 1 kill, which was First Blood, by the way, no deaths, and he's got 100 last hits in 16 minutes. Not the best, but of course, I mean, that was a really early Battle Fury. It was like 14 minutes, so that is a pretty good time for it. Will TP, actually, he's going to head to the top lane right now. They're going to try to defend this, and it looks like Piggy and Genie looking for him in the bottom lane. They're not going to find him, in fact, so it looks like top lane will back off. Bottom lane, there's a ward here that will spot them out here. No counter wards just yet. I don't think there's been a lot of sentry ward action happening in this game. Rubik would be the one to do that. He's got about 379 gold in the bank, and that's about it. He can afford it, but he's thinking about buying something else. It looks like BKB recipe finished for the Enigma. Just needs that Mithril Hammer, so about 1,000 gold away from the BKB. Follow me around a little bit more, unless he's got it on the courier, which I highly doubt. No, doesn't have it. In fact, they're going to go for a gank here. Genie will get lasted up right now, and the check shot flying out as well. Genie going to go down. Not sure what he was going for. He did Vendetta up. I don't know if they dusted. I think they might have, or Sentry was down. I don't see any dust being used, so I don't know how they saw him. And the tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Lift will be popped out. And Dirty Jenkins looking for a little bit more pressure. They actually probably should be able to take this tower. The glyph was used, but there's no follow-up here from the side of McGill. That's unfortunate. You really never want to use your glyph unless you know that you're going to be able to defend.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
You should have just let that tier 1 go, and I think McGill is kicking themselves over that decision on the side of McGill. Arcane Boots finished up for the Tidehunter. We're actually going to see a little bit more pressure here in the jungle from the side of MIT. They can stay. They do have a Black Hole, I believe. I don't know if they have the lasso as well. Nope, it's on cooldown for 32 seconds. They get the kill on Genie. Look, Slasher, alright? You're not in the game. I understand you can sit back in your armchair and say, well, these guys love throwing ults around for no good reason, but, like, come on now. You don't know what they're doing. You have no idea what's in the line. Piggy will be trying to farm this. What Frolix is going to take it. He's going to say, haha, I've got Light Strike Array. No Eidolons for you, you stupid Tidehunter. Meanwhile, mid lane, Genie looking for a kill. Dirty Jenkins barely getting away. Flame Break going to push Genie back. He'll be okay for the time being. It's bad when I'm like out of breath from casting. Black Long or something. Whatever you want to call it. Next Assassin. Using it. Of course, he's been using his abilities pretty liberally, even though he doesn't have Arcane Boots, which is surprising to me, honestly. I mean, he could have been in a lot better position, I think, a lot of the fights if he had his mana. We're actually going to see Sven and the rest of his team try to push top. This is the last hero available. Meanwhile, there's 3 heroes on the side of MIT looking to push mid. They have TPs, though, so they can TP up. Try to fight for that. Seeing Vizerin is up on the Batrider. That's a scary thing to have. They will try to defend this. And right now there's only 3 heroes here. They need to get out. God Strength pop, but they can't fight that. Follow me around. What are you doing? You're standing there. Don't stand there. Don't stand there. Okay, he's not
Dire's
standing
bottom
there anymore.
tower is
Most
under
Rainbow with
attack.
this Invis rune, looking for more. He still chasing TP. Lasso might be used here. In fact, will be. Follow me around is going to go down here. I think there will be some follow-up. They should be able to get the kill. There's the Malphite. Follow me around is in some trouble. He's definitely going to go down right now. Telekinesis. Enigma getting the last hit there. Unfortunate. They don't have vision on that rune. They don't have sentries. Blink Dagger will be the next choice for Bat Rider. He has enough money for it. There it is. So no treads, but he will go for that immediate Blink Dagger, and he's going to get it at 19 minutes in the game. That's a big deal. 7-3 is the score. MIT, very good position, considering the fact that they don't really fall with Journey Jenkins all the time. 2,000 gold for him. He's probably got enough for Yasha at this point. I think Yasha is like 2,100 actually. Let me just check how much it is. 2050. Okay, so 1,000 away, it looks like. Or not 1,100, excuse me. 5,000 going for experience right now in the favor of the Radiant, which is MIT, of course. Gold looking at 4,000. Forlex, you, my friend. That is a great light strike rate, but I don't know if it's going to save your life, and in fact will. Dirty Jenkins could have maybe thought about diving that tower, but TP rotation is going to come in. Forlex is very, very, very squishy. You can see he's only got 1 gauntlet. He needs bracers, and he doesn't have any. He's just got a piece of it, so that's really... Cannot afford to be in a lane solo like that against an anti-mage with a decent amount of farm. I mean, I think you realize that now. Nyx Assassin with his illusions farming up the jungle. However, they're not going to get any kills for quite some time. In fact, this one will go down for. Sure, they should be able to get this Silver Soul Steal, so I can at least get that for him. So. Sven looking for some room to farm. He's actually not too far behind the anti-mage. About 20 last hits behind. He will be able to get this BKB up soon. He just needs the recipe. About 1,000 gold away from that. Drems will be the choice for Genie. That is a pretty nice pickup. A pickup that we should see in every professional game, competitive game, whatever you want to say. I mean, literally, it's one of the best items in the game. I mean, even with the nerf. And it's pretty nice. Energy stack time for the set of MIT, so if you weren't scared of the anti-mage now, you're going to be scared of him after he gets that farm. And especially with that Yasha finished up. I mean, they're just giving him room to roach right now, or excuse me, to get lanes and just farm right now. But it looks like Genie and his team are going to try to look for a roach kill here, and they have some time. They've got 4 heroes here, and there's no vision from the side of the Radiant. You can see this is the only ward, but they didn't see that doesn't provide them vision on this side of the map. He's zoomed in from this side. God Strength is used. They want to get this kill here right now. I don't think they have any idea on the side of MIT, and this is something that I think McGill needs, and this is a really nice pickup if they can get the kill. It is very low. I think Follow Me around will be the one to get it. Follow Me is taking a bit of damage. He'll have to step out and let someone else tank for just a moment. Roche will go down. They're going to give it to the Sven. I don't imagine he has to go pick up that Aegis. And that is a nice pickup there. So nice job using that, realizing that they only have vision up here on the high ground, not over here by the Roche pit. They have vision over here, or even over here. They probably see them and catch that Roche out and get a few kills. So they really needed that to really sort of turn things around. They can look to fight once Sven gets a little bit of health back. There are 4 heroes, maybe 5 even grouped up. We're actually going to see Genie looking for a kill on Executioner. He might find it. Ward's going to get popped up. Wow, that didn't really do any damage to him attacking out of Vendetta. That's unfortunate. That should have done a lot more damage. Actually has Vendetta right now. Actually, that was in his room. They're looking to kill. There's a black hole. He's actually going to miss. Genie is in it. There's the Ravage as well. They still can't get the kill on Executioner. He will go down. He is the first, actually second kill there. Dust is going to be popped. Follow Me around looking for more. He's taking a bit of damage. He is going to get his Aegis popped up, but that will be full health Sven, and they can continue fighting. But right now, actually, Lodge T, you are in a bad position, my friend. He's actually going to Stormhammer onto 2. That'll save his life for the moment. Ice Path barely missing. Here comes Most Rainbow again. Stormhammer, they're looking for something. They're looking. They might find the Rubik. Will they get it is the question. Yes, there's the stun. There's the follow-up as well. God's Strength is popped. They want more. They maybe want to go on Most Rainbow. He's got his Firefly. He's got his Blink. He'll be okay, so 3 for 1 trade and an Aegis. Meanwhile, though, they didn't have Anti-Mage in that entire fight, and he took a tier 2 tower, so... Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I was like, that didn't seem right for some reason. Meanwhile, Sven actually going to get a kill on Most Rainbow, who's very close to getting double kill, maybe even a triple kill here. Marco wants to follow it up, but he's just a little too far behind. He does have that mech, as you see. We see a TP coming in from Genie. He's going to pop his Vendetta. Marco now needs to get back. And Genie looking for that kill. There's the engagement. A lot of damage won't be enough. Marco taking a bit of damage. There's the mech. It's going to save his life just for a moment. Genie keeps wanting to keep going. His Executioner Malphite's up. Now Genie needs to be careful, though. And Animage's going to come in right from behind. Actually going to get a kill on to the Tidehunter. Blinking in. Telekinesis assigned to Genie. He's taking a bit of damage as well. He will, in fact, go down. So MIT taking 2 kills there, maybe even 3. Yep, there's double kill for Dirty Jenkins right now. So he is very farmed with 3k gold. As you can see, the Mantisile in his very near future. 3,200. Yeah, I mean, like, you can buy it right now, I'm pretty sure. I'm, like, almost positive you can. Mantisile, where are you? 5,000 total, of course. Meanwhile, Sven will go down. Anti-Mage getting very angry. He says it's time for me to fight. 163 last hits. He doesn't have too much in terms of items. I mean, the Yasha's enough, though, probably, with the Battle Fury. Especially when they're coming out one by one on the side of McGill, they're sort of like, yeah, let's just sort of pour out and just, you know, feed Anti-Mage for a second or two. It's fine. He's actually not going to go for Mantisile. He's going to buy Tactics Reaver, which is an interesting thing. Meanwhile, there's going to be a lasso onto Furlex, taking a bit of damage. This should be a kill on him. He, in fact, will go down, but Lodge T is going to get hit by Ice Path. Ice Path on 2 right now. Genie coming in as well. Dirty Jenkins, though, he's very mad right now. There's no Sven here to really fight him, and they have to back off. Macropyre will do some damage, but actually, this Rainbow is the choice right now. They're going to get the kill. Genie, though, taking a lot of damage. He's going to try to juke this. They want a Ravage here. He's going to blink away. He's actually didn't blink onto the low ground. Maybe he's going to use the Ravage here. There's going to be an Ice Path. Maybe going to get the kill. Nice and pale. There's going to be some nice chain of stuns right now. He's going to try to get a kill on Two-Face, though. Two-Face trying to get out. He has no mana to blink. No mana to blink. No mana to blink. Is there a Gush? Is there anything? Gush in 4. Drums. There's the Stormhammer. It's going to hit. Are they going to get the kill? They want this kill. They're going to get it. Tidehunter finishing the job there. And the Anti-Mage got a little too greedy. And that gives some farm to follow me around. He's got his BKB right now. And Tidehunter actually getting a Blink Dagger with that. He's almost level 16, and once he gets level 16, that level 3 Ravage is a lot of damage. 450, it's kind of a lot. So they did lose a few there, though. I mean, the Sven going in and dying early on in that fight was not something they wanted, but of course picking up that Anti-Mage is down for 34 seconds, which gives them time to farm this lane to see the Glyph is pop, but they shouldn't be too afraid of this. Meanwhile, actually, they're going to get a kill bottom lane. Nyx Assassin going on the side of the Enigma. Nice job there, so even more room right now. XP graph, oof, it was at 7,500 a minute ago, now down to 5,000. Gold, same thing, 7,500, still going down. Lasso on to follow me around, taking a bit of damage right now. Not going to get the kill, though. Light Striker missing. There's a Stormhammer on to Lodge T. Shackle shot, nice job there, actually going to get a kill and 2. That Rider getting a double kill right there, nice job. Excellent Shackle shot. Piggy's in some trouble. He's got no way to get out. He's got no TP. His Blink is still in the stash right now. He's in some trouble right now. Two-Face going to Ice Path, going to save his life, at least for the moment. There's the Anchor Smash, but he needs to back off. Power Shot going to miss. He's very slow at this point. 4 stacks onto Piggy right now. He's trying to juke any way around. He realizes he's going to try to go in the jungle. He's somehow staying alive. But there's going to be the Telekinesis, and that should be the kill right there. Dust is going to be popped as well, and Genie is in some trouble. He's actually going to have to pop his Drum Charge if he wants to get out of here. Actually, he should be okay. He's actually going for what seems to be a Yasha, interestingly enough, on a Nyx Assassin. I don't agree with that pickup.
Dire's middle
really?
tower
I mean, he
is
doesn't
under
do that much
attack.
right click damage. He does.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, I don't
has
understand.
fallen.
That's okay though. I don't need to understand things. I just need to cast. That's all. That's fine. That's fine. And now with the Tidehunter down for 19 seconds, they're going to look for the tier 3 or rotate down for the tier 1 bottom or something. Rosh is not up for another 5 or 6 minutes or 4 minutes even. The Reaver's still up on the Anti-Mage. He'll have his heart pretty soon, actually. I don't know if it's on the courier or what have you. Nope, nothing there. He's actually wanted the farm there for the Ancients, but he's not going to get it. He could have taken that pretty quickly, too, so I'm surprised he didn't do that. Bottom lane. Looks like this is the point of defense here. I don't know if you really want to defend around a tier 1 tower and, I mean, give Anti-Mage even more farm. I'd just say maybe just let them have the tier 1 tower. I think that would be, that's my honest opinion of the situation. Who am I to say, though? If they can get a nice wraparound gank, which is what they're trying to do with Genie, who, by the way, has a black and Band of Elven skin, they'll be in a good position. But need a nice Blink Ravage, and he's going to do it. In fact, we'll get it onto 4, maybe even 5. BKB is popped. They're going to go on. Enigma does get the tower kill. No deaths just yet. There's a nice black hole onto 4, though, and they're going to be able to get a ton of kills there. Void on to 2. Anti-Mage with a double kill already. Piggy's going to be taking some damage. She, in fact, will go down as well. 3 for 2 trade, still pretty even, but now Anti-Mage going in a right-click battle, just barely surviving against that Sven. Genie, though, the only one around. The 3 for 4 trade right now, no buybacks. Dirty Jenkins wants the kill. Can he get the kill? Can he get the kill? Can he get the kill? No, no impale. He still wants it. Shackle shot onto the tree. Genie maybe lived his last. No, Marco can't do enough damage. He's got no mana, so Anti-Mage barely surviving. And what should be, I think, a pretty... That was such a great black hole, and the fact that they lost 3 for it, that should have been a lot more. They should have been able to get a team wipe for like nothing. I don't know what happened there. That maybe I'm just thinking of it the wrong way, but man, that was a perfect black hole, and they had a lot of damage. The Void came out from Anti-Mage early on to get that immediate double kill, but Sven was just chopping away. He's just so strong with the armor. Oh man, but he's actually got 1,300 gold on himself. He's got freaking 6 deaths though. That's unfortunate. He's actually got the most deaths in the entire game. And Marco's in some trouble right now. He's going to get hit up. There's no impale. There's no impale mana, I don't think. Now there is, but Marco with the wind run should be able to just get out of here, I think. Genie, no drum charges left. They're going to try to cut him off here, and I don't think his team is going to help him. So Marco will die, it looks like. There's the gush. Wind run not available because there's no mana, and that's going to be the death of Marco. Unfortunately, Tidehunter will get that kill.
I hang a
So,
coral reef
15 to
on
20
your
right now is the
grave.
score. I'm sure the XP and gold graph are going in favor of MIT, actually by quite a bit. 10,000 experience going in favor of MIT. Gold, 10,000 as well. In what seems to be a pretty even game, the gold and XP suggest otherwise.
Haste!
It just blows my mind. It's just like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. They don't even have mech yet. They don't even have mech yet. How do they not have mech? I thought for sure they would have it by now. I don't understand this pickup. I honestly don't. I guess for the movement speed, I mean, and agility, I guess. I mean, casual Yash is nice on agility heroes, so maybe. All right, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue about it. Maybe I'm like a fool and I don't know something. Like, I understand, like, Dagon, Ethereal Blade, Arcane Boots, maybe. Which he's got phased, by the way. He just wants to be fast, I guess. He is very quick. I'll give him that much. He's very, very quick. So, as you can see, like, when he pops his phase boots, he's, like, skittering so fast. It's actually pretty cool looking. I'm not gonna lie. So, Genie right now is going to be trying to get some farm. He's doing a good job of it. Sven in the jungle, trying to get some farm as well. Ancient's gone. Maybe just farmed that. I don't know. He's got money on the courier. It's going to be a Chrysalis for him. That crit. And that's where it can get dangerous, I think. And the Anti-Mage probably should be... he's got the heart, but it doesn't matter if you get crit for like 1,000 damage. You know, it's not going to be good. MIT looking for Roshan right now. They have a dire ward here. Dirty Jenkins can take it pretty quick, but he doesn't have too much damage, surprisingly. The heart will provide him that tankiness, but in a right-click battle, I think Sven right now wins that battle. But he needs a little bit more, I think. Sven does need to get that Chrysalis and that Daedalus even. He does have the Chrysalis finish up. The Daedalus isn't going to be for quite some time. Roshan is going to be a choice, and they're not actually going to try to contest this. It looks like they're just going to let this go to Dirty Jenkins. They're backing off. I don't know. Like, they're TPing in, but it's going to be a little late. This Roshan will be gone by the time they get here, I believe, if they do know that it's happening. I thought they pinged in here, so I'm surprised they're not going after this. It's too late now. Roshan is going to be the death. And we're going to see Anti-Mage pick up the Aegis right now. That's a little scary. 20 to 15 is the score. Once again, thank you for joining. This is the Collegiate Dota League. It's a best of one between McGill and MIT. I am Maut. You can find me at twitch.tv/MautDota2 and at MautDota2 on Twitter. I don't know what the requirements are to have a team from the university. I believe that you all have to be not alumni, because I know there was some controversy with a professional player who wanted to play but was an alumni of a team. So. But there's also other things that you have to deal with. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you just have to have 5 people going to the same school and have registered. That's it. I'm pretty sure, yeah. What's Lasher said. Of course, I don't really know. I'm not an admin. If you'd like to message an admin, I'm sure there's one in chat. If not, I don't know. So, that's a 6-minute Aegis on that Anti-Mage, and that's going to be... that's scary. I wish it gave you for casters. I wish it like gave you the when the Aegis would go away. I mean, I could just look over here, but that would be easier for me. I'm pretty lazy, so. The bottom tower is the
Dire's
choice for
bottom
McGill,
tower
right?
is under
Excuse me,
attack.
MIT right now. McGill is choosing the top tower, and they will be able to get it. Do they have TPs? Is the question. To try to
Dire's
defend it.
structures. Radiant's top tower
They
has
do, in fact, they will
fallen.
TP in right now. Furlex does not, however, so he'll be behind. So they're going to try to maybe fight this, but they cannot without
Dire's
fifth
bottom
hero.
tower
He's
has
going to
fallen.
get in right now, but of course that's like really tough to fight into. You see this anti-mage on the front line, it's just like, yeah, come get me. I've got an Aegis, I've got a Heart of Thoracic, you're not going to kill me. It's not going to happen. So I think they have to wait. Right now, AM and MIT can really just get away with murder at this point in time, and they have been. Manta Style finished up for the Anti-Mage, and then what next? I'd say, honestly, he probably needs to get...
I'm winded.
Well, first of all, that's not good. And secondly, I think he needs to get a Butterfly. Here's why. Mischance against Sven. If you're going to try to right-click battle Sven, who doesn't have a lot in terms of items right now, that's what you want. So Smoke Ink actually the choice of follow me around in his team, or not. That's cool too. He's going to get the quick farm real quick. I think they just want to go S4 right now and look for somebody that can try to catch out. But unfortunately, MIT knows better, and they're actually going to get a gem, surprisingly enough. They're sick of Genie. They don't want to keep getting caught out right now. I don't blame them. Actually, he threw the gem onto the Bat Rider. He's actually going to purchase up a smoke for himself. He has a blink. He's got a BKB. He's in some good company right now in terms of items, and we actually are going to see the Smoke Ink wraparound right now, and we are going to see the engagement. Might go down. Black Hole might get popped there. It's going to be on 2. There's a BKB. There's nothing to stun it up with. Prolex going to go down immediately. So squishy. Macropyre onto a few. There's the Impale. Lodge still not dead yet. There's the Ice Path. There's the Stormhammer. Here's going to be the crits right now. And the Sven is so mad. Immediately providing 3 kills, so turning that fight around. The gem is on the ground. Genie doesn't see it. They're going to maybe try to dive the tower or go for the tower itself. There's going to be Shackle Shot. Will not latch. Follow me around. Does need to be careful, though. He does not have an Aegis like that Anti-Mage. That Aegis still there, only there for another, say, 3 minutes. So they've got a lot of time, but a good fight for the Sven to turn that around. That's really what they needed. Unfortunately, though, he cannot win this battle. He's in some trouble. He needs a Stormhammer, and he can't get it. Oh, no, he's going to die. He's going to die. Yeah, he's dead.
The cost of magic.
The cost of magic, indeed. So Sven going down to the Anti-Mage, and this is what happens when you give the AM room. In the early game, he's got 2,000 gold right now, 9, 1, and 4.
Regeneration.
I think the Sven has died like 7 times. Yep. So, yeah. 23 to 19, even though the Sven helping out there, getting that trip, or getting, well, help killing 3 people on the side of MIT and only losing 2. He goes down, so providing a 3-for-3 to even trade. 10,000 gold, leveling out at about 10,000 right now on the favor of MIT, and about 8,000 gold. So they really just don't need to throw, even though the game has looked even thus far. They technically have the lead, especially with that Aegis, but of course, you have to realize that the way the AM strat works is you just kept farming until you had 6 with that Aegis, and then you get 6 items without the Aegis, and you can do this for 10 minutes. Now that it's only 6 minutes, you have to be a little bit more aggressive with it, which means actually looking for ganks like they're doing right now with the Smoke of Deceit, and they're probably going to find somebody here in the middle lane if they decide to head up that way. Frolex, still no bracers. He's got a Drum of Endurance. Well, Drum of Endurance does give you that one, that bracer, so that's nice to have as well. It gives you that 9 attributes. He needs a little bit more, though. He's clearly the most squishy hero in the game. He's only level 12 right now. MIT looking for something. Now they're going to need to back off here. I think McGill realizes, hey, yeah, we're going to get raped if we go out there, so don't do that. Genie saying, screw it, whatever, it's fine. He's actually going to Vendetta away, of course. They do have that Gem of True Sight. Actually, it was on the ground. I don't know if they killed it or not. They will pop the Sentry, though, so Genie actually going to back off right before that Sentry went down, so holy crap, was he lucky. He's got the Gem of True Sight on him as well. Still don't understand this. If anyone in chat wants to say, hey, Maut, he got a Yastra for this reason, please tell me. I'd really like to know, because I'm like trying to think of a reason. I'm getting blank, so I'd really appreciate it. There's not many of you, but that's fine. I'm sure someone knows the reason. Will be a Butterfly for the Anti-Mage. Eagle Song will be purchased there. Unless it's an Ethereal Blade, which I don't think, yeah, that's not going to happen. I have a joke about a shotgun Anti-Mage, but no, it's not. And Sven is alive, still farming. How close to that Daedalus are you? Very close. Demon Edge finished up is the, it is flying out to him right now. And a Skull Basher for Genie as well. So, wait, what? What are these items? These are right-click items for Nyx Assassin. Stop it. This is not funny. I don't get this. Like, get a shotgun. Get a Dagon. Why are you getting right-click items? I'm so confused. Jesus. So, Sven with a Daedalus. I don't care how much health you have. I said it earlier. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. And the Smoke of Deceit, and they're ready to... The reaping is going to occur. Anti-Mage sitting smartly in the jungle. They will not find him. They're actually looking to wrap around into the mid lane right now. Ward's here. They will not find this out, though. It looks like Vendetta will be up on Genie. And this might be a bad engagement for MIT. They might try to bait this out and then have Dirty Jenkins TP in, which could be a huge deal. I don't think he's got his Aegis. It just ran out, in fact. So they're going to look for a kill. Ravage is popped. They're looking for more damage there, Lodge. Going to do some damage. There's going to be a kill on Marco. They really want that kill. They're going to get it, but it's actually getting a triple kill even on the backside. So Dirty Jenkins going to try to back off. Do they have buyback is the question. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it on the Bad Rider. That's the most important thing. Rubik, no. Neither does the Blood Runner. So right now, despite this large deficit, that smoke gank is going to provide them at least a tier 3 tower. But they're maybe trying to hold off here. There's no Aegis on this Anti-Mage. He can be brave, but not this brave. So Sven so strong right now, trying to take this down. He's already used his God Strength. Will take the tower, looking for a Rax, and oh my goodness, MIT, you had everything going for you, and you're getting Rax. I mean, not to say that they're definitely not. They're not. This game is most certainly not over. But man, is that a complete, like, that's a turnaround if I've ever said. Like, that's ridiculous. Sven. He's 6, 7, and 6, but he's got a Daedalus and a Mask of Madness and a BKB, so it means he's great. It's really annoying. 4,000 difference in experience after that fight. Gold going down about 8,000, maybe to a 6,000, so I don't know, man. I just don't know. That provides him 2,800 gold in the bank, maybe save for buyback, maybe purchase something else up. He's actually getting a lot of farm from the top lane right now. A lot of farm, 3,200. Whatever he wants, he can get pretty soon, as you can see. Don't know what he in fact will get though. He's already got his crit, he's got his mask, maybe something like a Hyperstone, like an AC. What else can you get? I'm thinking. Armlet perhaps? Heart of Trask? Yeah, I don't know. I think Harvard has a team, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Smoke gank from the side of MIT, and oh boy, is this bad. Oh man, you just bought something too. That sucks, man. That sucks. I mean, I think it still lasts you when you're BKB and the Black Hole. They really want these kills. Follow me around. Should go down before he can get enough damage. Whoa, what the cream! Getting at least 2 kills before he dies. He says, I am not going down without a fight. But Dirty Jenkins getting the kill, so. That's unfortunate that they got caught out there. And now it's all defense mode for the side of McGill. I gotta say, this is kind of a ridiculous game. A game that really MIT should have had in the bag, and they should have just pushed when they had the chance with the Aegis. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that, yeah, if you played a little bit more aggressively with an Aegis on your Anti-Mage that was kind of ridiculously farmed, you probably would have won. Not ridiculously farmed, but he had enough to really compete.
Radiant's middle
And then again,
tower
against the
is
Sven, I
under
don't really
attack.
blame them, so. Alright, Aosin. I guess if you say so.
Radiant's middle tower
That's
is
true.
under attack.
He's getting weird items for it. Butterfly will be finished soon. It just needs the quarterstaff, and then, man, that's going to be trouble. I don't care. Sven will have a little bit more of a difficult time because if you can't hit him half the time, well, that sucks. Roshan is up in about a few seconds, so it looks like they did time it out here right now. Ping's coming out from, I think, both teams. Sven will be up in 13, so that's really their main damage dealer. And meanwhile, they're trying to defend mid right now. Dirty Jenkins finishing that butterfly up. Wants an Aegis to go along with it.
Invisibility.
Are they going to go and try to contest this Roshan is the question. MIT looks like they might be doing so. And they have no black hole available. They have a lasso, though, and they've got an Anti-Mage with a lot of farm. So we'll have to see how this is going to work out. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're trying to bait this out. They're trying to bait this out. Yep, they are most certainly trying to bait this out. AM is actually going to pause it up for the time being. And question mark. We have a player lagging. Well, let's see about that. They do have... Oh, no, Genie's actually did. He just leave? Who was that just left? Lodge T, are you still in the game? I didn't get it. No, that's unfortunate. I really wanted to see what the ping was. Now let's look at the ping. Yeah! Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Genie's been playing with like 300 ping this entire game, it seems like. And good, says MIT. So 25 to 24, McGill has caught up almost in terms of score, but this could go very bad for them. But it looks like they're trying to bait this out. If they can bait this out, they'd be in a very strong position. There's no black hole available. The thing is, they have to be able to kill AM. That's going to be the most difficult part. They're looking. MIT is looking, and they might find... Nah, he needs to back off. He's not with his team. They're split up, and this is bad. If they get initiated on here on the high ground, they don't have a Ravage. Of course, he can blink up there. Excuse me. Right now, though, MIT will back off, and with this vision, though, they can see whenever Roche is coming. They have this Sentry Ward here. Follow Me Around is actually running in right now as we speak. They're going to try to take this quickly. Will they be able to do so? No rotation just yet from MIT. I think they were able to sneak in there without getting seen. Like, did they smoke up? I'm pretty sure they smoked up. They're going to try to take this as quick as possible. Might not be quick enough. Do they know this is happening is the question. No, it doesn't look like it. MIT's going to give up a free Roshan. Sven should get it. Pick up the Aegis Sven. Pick up the Aegis Sven. Pick up the Aegis Sven. Pick it up. Pick up the Aegis. Oh, thank God he picked the Aegis Sven. Oh, my God. I can't handle that, man. I cannot
Dire's
handle
bottom tower is under attack.
not picking up the Aegis. Who did he give the cheese to? Where's the cheese? Did he just sell the cheese? Please tell me he didn't sell the cheese. Where's the cheese? Oh, God damn it, he sold the cheese. He sold the cheese. Why? Where's it still on the ground? Nope. Sven, man. Come on. He will go for Heart of Trask. Jesus. It's 45 minutes into the game. At least we're getting a close game. I can't really complain about much. Just wish we had more viewers. Oh well. Not everybody's a fan of the CDL. More people like watching Golem than watching the CDL, which makes me a little suicidal, but that's okay. Yeah, so Smoke Gank is the name of the game once again for the side of McGill, and it worked for them last time, but this time around they're going to have to go in the base if they want anything, and there's a Sentry Ward right on the high ground, so that's not going to provide them much. Anti-Mage in a good position to TP out. He's actually got 3 TPs, smart enough that he realizes he doesn't need to buy too many of them. Been getting a lot of farm. He's got his heart. He's got his butterfly. He's got enough to fight, essentially. He could use one more item, honestly. Just Boots of Travel, disassemble his treads, and get one more item, and you're good to go. So, almost maxing out. Not quite yet. Sven actually pretty close as well. You can see the Mask, the BKB, the Daedalus, the Heart of Trask. He's got his treads as well, and he's got the Aegis, so he's actually even in terms of items, and that's a scary thing. He's like 8, 8, and 6. Jesus, this hero's broken. And another DC. Yeah. All right. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight. It is the Collegiate Dota 2 League. We have a nice little best of one here between McGill and MIT. I apologize if my voice sounds shot. It's because it is. I am Maut. If you have not heard of me before, I do not blame you. A little bit new to casting, I guess, in terms of if you think about who's been casting and for how long. But here on Neo Dota, we love to bring you excellent games, and we've got a good one right now. And once again, if you'd like to follow me, please do so. Feel free at MautDota2 on Twitter and twitch.tv/MautDota2, MAUT Dota 2 on my Twitch channel. Also, please, please, please follow Neo. Of course, if you haven't seen Mad before, you're missing out. It's a really great show. Had Wepas on, Yepas, however you want to call it, on in the last episode. A lot of great stuff on Neo coming up in terms of games and content. Hopefully we'll have some new stuff coming pretty soon. We're pretty excited about. Follow us on youtube.com/NeoDota2. Of course, on our Twitch channel, which you're watching right now. Right now, the game push 5 top. They're not afraid right now to really look at this Rax here, and they've got this Aegis. If they can't win a fight right now, I don't know when they can. I mean, an AM, he's got a lot of health, he's got a lot of survivability, he's almost 25, he wants to be max level. Actually, we're going to see a rotation here. Both teams sort of just playing around, really going in, really trying to get stuff done. The only time we saw that happen was Follow Me Around, get some nice, you know, essentially, he came in from the backside with 3 kills. God, what do you build it? Why? 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 I don't understand. It's fine. It's fine. Look, man, if they're able to pull this thing out, I'm going to say it's the most brilliant pickups I've ever seen. If not, then I don't know. Most Rainbow, you should initiate on Genie. In fact, we'll do so. And right now, Genie, that's not where you wanted to be. I don't know if you forgot that tower gave you vision, but Dirty Jenkins, actually, this is a nice fight for them right now, but Dirty Jenkins not taking too much damage. There's a lot of crit, though. The Ravage as well. There's the cleave damage, and Sven with the double kill. Ah, that's it. That's got to be it, man. He's down for 85 seconds. Does he have a buyback? No, he doesn't. No buyback. But nice shackle shot was the Black Hole on 3. We'll get canceled out immediately, though. How did that get canceled? He did not pop his B. He didn't have his BKB. He got stunned. Oh, no. MIT. No. You threw. You threw so hard. I just want everyone to look at these graphs real quick. Okay? Right? Right? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. I didn't believe the entire Sven Mania until right now, okay? It's like 3 hits is all it took. It's 3 hits. He literally focused anti-mage once, and his cleave did the rest of the damage. Frolix's going to try to stop this as much as possible, but... Or, excuse me, not Frolix, Most Rainbow. He's going to Yules himself. Actually, that was the Lena Yuling him. A buyback immediately afterwards, but this is their last gasp. I think MIT is done here. Sven... You, my friend, need a nerf. Okay, I saw the cleave from DreamHack, and he's actually going to keep going right now. This, yeah, it's some crits right there, some more right-click damage, and it's actually not going to be enough, really, to be that impressive. Oh, but there's a crit. Oh, goodness. And GG is called out. And, I mean, despite Dirty Jenkins getting some of the best farm you could have gotten early game on an anti-mage, Sven stands alone. His cleave... maybe the most ridiculous I've seen in some time. His damage, survivability, 7,000. He died 8 times. Okay, he died 8 times, and they couldn't pull it. Couldn't pull it through. MIT very well played, unfortunately. Just a few too many catchouts. And Genie with the Abyssal Blade, a genius. And then a Mantis style shortly thereafter. Why? A genius.
Victory.
Final score, 32-25. Thank you for joining me tonight. Some upcoming events for the side of Neo Dota. I know that Saturday we will be having a bunch of CDL games, 2 best-of-3 series, one between UPenn and Toronto, who played a very good game when I first casted them. Toronto did. They're going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's a best-of-3, of course. I'll be doing that one, so please tune in for that one. 7 p.m. EST, also known as 4 p.m. PST. Will be the side of UTA, which is University of Texas, at Austin, who took down George Mason, which was Korok's team in the first round. We'll be facing up against the Sacramento team, University of California, Sacramento, or something, whatever, how you say it. Sunday, we have Sex, of course, as always. And, well... that's it. Thanks for joining us, guys. I appreciate you being here. Please follow NeoDota. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.